Hello and welcome everybody to another Thor W cast of Eternus ranked Deadlock gameplay. Now this, I'm going to be right up front with you, is a replay rather than a live game that I am going to be casting. And part of the reason why I am choosing a replay here is just I saw a build and I was like, what? Did that work? I tried my best to not look at who won versus who lost. I just looked in the bottom right, waited for the replay to go in, and like covered my eyes. I'm like, oh, don't look at it. So I don't know who wins. I don't know if the build works entirely. I kind of did see what the net worths were, so it might work. Anyway, I won't be entirely surprised if it works. Let's just put it that way. So let's take a quick peek at what we've got going on. Right now, we're looking at the mid lane. The mid lane is a Mirage and a Viper facing off against a Warden and a Yamato. Right now, Warden and Yamato really putting a lot of pressure down onto their opponents. And half health or lower on both the Mirage and the Viper at the moment, while the Warden and the Yamato are sitting pretty. I do expect Warden and Yamato to be able to win this lane, at least in the early levels. And look at that. Mirage dead. Viper very low. They are doing it. Alright, as for the right side lane, we have a Moen Krill with a Haze on the same team versus a Seven and a Magician. Sinclair. I always forget his name and call him Magician. Anyway, when it comes to this lane, I expect the Seven and the Sinclair to win it. I do think that Haze and Moen Krill do have solid laning stages, but Seven and Magician have great laning stages, and I think great is better than solid. Meanwhile, on the left side, we have an Abrams and a Lash working together to try and take on an Ivy and a Wraith, so wish them the best of luck. Now, as this is a replay, I'm not able to, click on the characters or use hotkeys, which I have been doing for observing purposes. So, our observing might be just a little more scuffed than usual, and it's already pretty scuffed, because I'm terrible at it, let's just be honest. But, at the same time, if I didn't get rid of the little replay HUD at the bottom, it would be really distracting and annoying, so we'll just have to take that concession. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Viper's dead again. And Mirage taking a lot of damage. Wait. What? Did he, tornado or something? How did that Flying Strike not go? Weird. Alright, well, Yamato and Warden continue to bully their lane. Let's take a quick peek. What items do they have? Normal stuff. Yeah, okay. It's just Yamato and Warden outplaying them, and diving in aggressively, which is working for them quite well. Let's take a peek back on the right side. It looks like the Moen Krill and Haze lane are holding their own. They're a tiny bit behind the Magician and the Seven, but that's way better than I would have expected. I would expect Magician 7 to be, putting in some damage. There's some damage, but not enough. Wow, this is actually really surprising. I think that Magician 7 might be misplaying. You know who's definitely misplaying? The Viper that is dead again. And the Mirage that is about to get tower dove. I mean, it's not as much a misplay as it is just a tower dive. He tried. He even got a great parry there. They're just a little too far behind right now, and this Yamato is starting a snowball. All right. Will Viper get a kill here with some lethal venom? I think that's going to be a kill. Yep. Okay. Fun hero in the in the laning stage, Viper with that lethal venom. It does damage based on how much health you are currently missing. I really think they should change it to doing extra damage based on how much damage you took while lethal venom was building up on you, so that it's not a essentially guaranteed kill at times. But It is what it is for now. Magician actually got himself killed. 7 is able to get a chase down. Oh, Haze wins that. Yep. Haze's ultimate does more DPS. Straight up. More raw DPS without items being necessary or anything like that, at least. Once items come into it, then 7 can compete in a DPS competition with ultimates. 7's big strength with his ultimate is that it's massive. And it lasts for like 20 seconds, it feels like. It says it only lasts 7 seconds, but that does not feel correct. Okay, yeah, the +2 does give it 7 more seconds. There is that. Anyway, right now we're looking at a minor lead for the Sapphire team, despite the fact that their mid lane has been crushing. You can see that the way that the economy of the game works, that didn't matter all that much. I mean, look, 4-0-1 Yamato has just barely more net worth than the 1-2-0 Viper. That seems like it shouldn't work that way. Let's see if Yamato can get a kill on this Viper one more time. Not quite. Viper turns them to stone and gets herself to safety. Technically, that's just a trade of an ult for an ult. I think the difference is that Yamato's ult is a little bit of a shorter cooldown, so it's mostly a wash, to be honest. However, Yamato coming up behind the Mirage. Mirage has pushed himself up toward the Guardian. He is about to enter some pain. Here comes the flying strike. Yamato chasing the Mirage down. He does not parry right, eats the melee, eats more damage, and I think he's dead. He is dead. Let's check the left side. We see a little bit of aggression coming from the Lash and Abrams, but it doesn't look like anything's gonna actually work out there. Back on the right side, Viper has rotated from mid lane over to here. Let's see the pressure onto the Guardian. It is taking a little bit of damage right now. Viper does do pretty fast damage. Mo and Krill sitting behind the veil. But it doesn't look like anyone is going to commit to a fight right now. I'm sure that the blue team, or the Sapphire team, I should say, is, I was gonna say not gonna do anything, but Mo and Krill just jumps on in, and that was not the right play, with a Magician right there able to steal his ultimate and turn everything on its head. Haze hops in with her ultimate. Magician barely gets out, but just a couple bullets will take him down. Haze running for her life, hiding behind the veils, and it looks like she's going to be okay. And actually gonna put some more pressure down onto the 7 with both the Mo and Krill and the Yamato in the area. There's a real possibility that 7 does not survive this. Climbing up to the top, trying to keep himself safe. He falls down, throws a stun, and he will die now. He should have stayed on top of that rooftop. Well, looks like the lone creep back here actually took the Guardian down. Well done by the creeps. Let's take a peek at the left lane. We've got a fight between the Abrams and the Wraith, but it doesn't look like anyone's going to die. Relatively quiet on this left lane. Only 1 kill has happened on the Ivy. Otherwise, it has been clearly even between the teams. Lash ultimate, not gonna latch onto anyone. It is not ever gonna latch onto Ivy, and Wraith can also escape it easily. Yeah. I don't know what he was expecting. Maybe it was just a bit of frustration, and the Lash just really wanted something to happen in the lane, because it's been just him and Abrams getting poked a little bit. Things have very much calmed down. Whoops. Things have very much calmed down, as I was saying. Not as much action as before. Lash blasting a lot of burst damage onto them. Abrams as well, trying to keep this Guardian alive, but with Lash at only 265 health, it'll be difficult for them to hold this. Wraith and Warden both heading over to the buff. It looks like Wraith was the one who grabbed the casting buff. Abrams' ultimate coming in. Wraith able to leap out. 7 stun latched right before she got herself to safety. But nothing more will come of it. We've got Ivy popping the airdrop, trying to run away to safety. Quickly moving out of the area. Oh, no. Lash just turns around and flogs the Ivy to death. Mo and Krill also going to be taken down by the Lash, and it looks like the Amber team are going to be able to chase down and kill this Wraith as well. Yep, sure are. Amber team taking a nice fight here. It does, however, cost them a Walker in the blue lane as the... or in the mid lane even, as the Yamato and the Warden continue to pressure super hard and their opponents not able to face them. And this is what I was talking about when I said I saw an interesting build. This Yamato is going Gun Yamato, and I know we've seen Gun Yamato once before in our in this channel, but the Gun Yamato build here is going to be different. And I want to see if it works all that well or not. Good kill onto the Lash there. And, in fact, 7 dies on the other side of the map. Mo and Krill running the urn. But I don't think there will be any competition on this urn because they have the Yamato and the Haze pushing up the right side. Nobody coming to contest. It's a free urn. Blue is going to be up about 10k pretty soon once that urn fully... Yeah, there it is, 10k. So, I keep saying blue. Sapphire. Sapphire and Amber. Get it in your head, buddy. All right, anyway. Sapphire taking a nice little lead for themselves. It is, of course, early enough in the game that the lead is something that can be overcome. There's plenty of game left to play, but if they leverage it well enough, this can balloon into something great. Alright, Viper forced to cast the ultimate and turn the Mo and Krill into stone. Make sure he cannot grab them with the combo to... I love that that's just the name of it. It's just called combo. Anyway, can't grab them with the combo, lock the Viper down and get a kill. Haze picking up Fury Trance being finished now, so lot of fire rate on Haze. Ridiculous amount of fire rate even when Fury Trance is activated. The chase down onto this Warden, trying their best, and... I'm sorry, I said Warden, I meant Abrams, and he will get out. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the map, Mirage making things happen with his team, getting another couple of kills. And just like that, the Amber team does bring that lead down to only a 4k difference. So, like I said, this game has a lot of comeback mechanics to it. It is difficult to snowball a game completely to a victory unless, I guess, team compositions are just really, really unfair. Unless the matchmaker really, really wants one team to win. Oh, Yamato in the area sees the Magician, but not going to dive into him. All right, Yamato has also picked up Fury Trance, so lots of attack speed during that, and 40% extra spirit resistance when it's active, along with also giving lifesteal. Fury Trance really does give a lot. It's a very, very strong item. Okay, we've got a spectator bug then, because that did not look like the right timing for that punch. All right. On the opposite side of the map, we have Haze chasing down onto the Lash and the Abrams. Abrams pops the ultimate, and now he will die for his hubris of thinking he can get anywhere near Haze when her ultimate is up. Down he goes. Lash will follow into the grave, more than likely, with the Wraith here. Yep, definitely. Oh my god! Holy damage! Oh, what a dodge! He's survived by the skin of her teeth. Holy crap, I can't believe it. Hold on, Magician. What are your items aren't even that huge? That's just a maxed bolt? Wow. Okay. I thought he would at least have, like, a Mystic Burst or something. No, he just, for the most part, has improved Spirit for a damage improvement. You know, every Spirit investment you do, or every gun investment, or every tank investment, does give you a little extra into that specific power, whether it be a little more health, a little more gun damage, or a little more Spirit damage. So these items that don't directly give Spirit damage, or only give a little bit, because they are purple, do still give Spirit damage. That's a little mechanic of the game I thought I would explain, or at least for now. We don't know if it's going to change when the next big patch comes. For all we know, the next big patch could make the map completely change. All the heroes could get, like, complete reworks or something. You know, everything could suddenly be flipped on its head. But for now, that's how the game works.
Headed to green. On my way.
All right. They see Abrams, but Abrams is a little bit tanky. I'd say the only hero that can really, like, bring Abrams down super fast are either the Haze or this Warden here. Huge lash ult on to 3-2 even. The follow-up, not enough to kill anyone. Abrams will be killed as well. Bunny form down, but it looks like the Yamato will get out just fine. And only the Abrams will be killed in this skirmish. Wow. Lash got that huge ultimate, and it wound up with their side losing a hero. That is a feels bad man and a half right there. If we take a peek at the net worth now, it is a 13,000 lead in favor of the Sapphire team. They have been winning little skirmishes here and there, taking extra objectives, and have gotten themselves into a good position at the almost 18-minute mark. The urn is currently on their side. Hayes ran it back. I think she wanted to take it, but that was not going to happen with their net worth lead. But she might be doing a technique right now of just making sure that the urn doesn't get anywhere near their position, just running it around and stuff. Really, if they should have anyone do this, it should probably be like Ivy. Ivy can be off map for a little bit and just holding the urn while Hayes gets extra farm. But the reason behind this is the urn will respawn and reset at 20 minutes. So at 20 minutes, the urn could be even again rather than in favor of the Amber team. And also that Viper didn't stand a chance. This Hayes is pretty strong right now. Has picked up Siphon bullets, which means Hayes' survivability is very high at the moment. Not much to say about that fight. All that we can say about that fight was, yes, Hayes is farmed. Viper, not quite so much. Mo and Krills gawking in the area, along with the Warden. His name escaped me for half a second. Oh, they're climbing. Magician doesn't know. Turn around! Hide, Sinclair! Oh, God, he's being beaten to death. He's done. Down he goes. And in the meantime, Hayes and Yamato are going to drop 7 as well. Let's see how much this Abrams can get away. Yamato now has the interesting items that I was talking about. Yamato has picked up Split Shot and Spellslinger. Split Shot and Spellslinger. So Split Shot is an active item. Anytime it's active, it turns your attacks into 5 attacks. Basically, it makes you shotgun rather than single target, right? And then Spellslinger, as you can see, whenever you cast an ability or item, gain a stacking buff that improves fire rate and reload speed. So, with 4 castable items, the ability to fast cast her spells when in Shadow Transformation. Power Slash is instant, Crimson Slash is instant. This helps to increase fire rate and massively reduce reload time. But I want to see if this actually works, and it's looking like with a 20k net worth lead on the team right now, it very well could. Wow, they mistimed the grab. It's a good thing that Viper doesn't have ultimate leveled up yet. So Viper threw the Petrifying Bola and forgot that it needs to be leveled up to max for it to petrify everyone in the area. Oh my god, oh my, what? What is that attack speed?
Your heroism is inspiring.
That attack speed was crazy. Holy shit. This isn't like Ivy, who has a relatively weak gun damage for that high attack speed. Yamato actually hurts when she attacks. Okay. Yeah, that's nuts. That's wild. Oh, and I see what's happening. Yamato is purposefully canceling Flying Strike because it's maxed out and it gives weapon damage when she uses it. Alright, Viper, you don't want to fight this Yamato. This Yamato is scary, bro. Okay, but Magician, also pretty scary. That was a lot of damage without Fury Trance active. Aggressive Urn taken. I gotta be honest, guys. This build looks actually kind of nuts. Maybe it's just because their team is snowballing, though. Their team, and Yamato especially, has been ahead for the entirety of the game. Got ahead in the laning stage. Played a good lane with the Warden and just never let up the pressure, constantly kept getting bigger and bigger, and is the highest net worth on the map right now, so Yamato's certainly very scary at the moment. Alright, I am impressed at how much that looked like it did. I want to see it happen again. That's why I haven't changed my point of view off of Yamato for a little bit. I'm sorry, everybody. This is kind of interesting and really hilarious because it looks incredibly broken.
There's still time to push with the rejuvenator.
Headed to Greenwich.
Yamato is not meant to be throwing shuriken like a machine gun. But yeah, that's what we saw. We have not seen a lot of action right now, so let's take a look at everyone else. Warden has a very aggressive in-your-face gun build. He's even picked up Point Blank, Hunter's Aura, weighted shots, and Berserker. You only tend to get those if you're gonna run right in the face of everyone that you fight. That is kind of Warden's style anyway, because of his Last Stand ultimate does require him to get close to the enemies. Meanwhile, Moen Krill has exactly what you would expect Moen Krill to have. Survivability, mobility, and a little bit of extra range duration for the ultimate. Moen Krill's job is just to find a target and combo them. Haze, on top of what she had before, has picked up a little bit of defensive items. She has a Warp Stone, which can be either offensive or defensive, and she has bullet resistance, which means that she has a lot of bullet resistance because Warp Stone also gives bullet resistance after using your Warp. Ivy is pure support, has picked up this Divine Barrier that can remove any debuff on an ally that isn't an ultimate. So it can be used to remove like 7 stun, for example, or lethal poison from the Viper or the Jin's Mark from Mirage, and she can throw it on any ally. Otherwise, it's just big AoE, a little bit of extra spirit and support items. Wraith is a little hybrid, leaning further into spirit, because there's a lot of gun build on her team, so that does help cover their damage types a little bit. So card build Wraith, not really the best or worst. It's honestly, Gun Wraith is probably better, but it's not terrible or anything right now. Meanwhile, let's see, do we have any sort of signs of life over here on the Amber team? So Magician here has some utility, but it's all, for the most part at least, very selfish utility. So, you know, he's got this Guardian Ward, which is nice and all, but he spent 6,400 on Magic Carpet, which is a very selfish item. Does not help the team in any way, shape, or form. Just extra mobility and survivability for him. Lash has gotten a Silence Wave, not particularly uncommon on Lash, just to try and help opponents, help prevent opponents from getting away if he does dive bomb into them, so they can't use their spells. Otherwise, it is a pretty standard Lash build, a lot of spirit and mobility into it. Abrams has got a gun build, no punch items whatsoever. Pure gun Abrams with a little bit of an emphasis on his Siphon Life, as he does have this Arcane Surge. So anytime he does a dash, it does give him larger AoE on his next spell. Let's see, Lash, Death Slamming, nothing. Abrams, ultimate, landing on the Mirage, who is his ally, and a combo comes down onto the Lash, and he is dead. Oh my god, the rain of shuriken from Yamato. Holy crap. Look at her go. She can't be stopped. Turning around toward the Mirage, and the Mirage will be taken down as well. This is, I'm pretty sure this game is over, but, let's see if a miracle could possibly happen. Here comes Abrams. Nope, no miracles here. No miracles here. We've even got 7 getting a max duration ultimate, just blasting everything here. And the Sapphire team, for the most part, just walks it off, takes the shrines, and leaves. Going back to the mid-boss. I gotta see how much damage that Yamato is about to do. Let's see. Wow. Wow. It's at least as much DPS as Haze, and that's impressive. At least as much, if not more. Okay, I'm pretty sure this game's gonna end on the next push, but wow, they don't even want to let him hold the urn. Poor Abrams. Oh, poor boy. You showed yourself on map, my friend. That was a mistake. Well, Mirage has this inhibitor and Vampiric Burst, which is nice and all. But, I don't see a world in which he survives. No, he dead. He's very dead. Lash gets his ultimate canceled by Haze throwing a dagger. The only ultimate in the entire game that gets canceled by Haze dagger. It is the easiest ultimate in the game to counter. I mean, this game's pretty over anyway. I just really wanted to see if this Yamato build worked, and wow, does it seem actually pretty strong? It could be just the fact that Yamato is snowballing like crazy, and that allowed Yamato to push it over the edge, but Viper isn't even close to fighting Yamato in a 1v1 right now. That being said, if Viper was anywhere close at a 20k net worth deficit in the 1v1 matchup, there would be some... We would need to have words with the devs. Speaking of having words with the devs, this can't be okay. That's not okay, what I just saw. That was not okay, devs. Something about that has to be changed, because that looked... that was a war crime that we just experienced. I feel like I feel like Yamato has to be put up on trial for what she just did to the enemy team. That was very, very disgusting. Anyway, guys, that is the game. The build worked. Yeah. All right. I hope that was an entertaining one for you guys. A bit of a blowout in favor of the Sapphire team. I will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you very much for watching. If you could be so kind as to leave a sub or a like or a comment on this YouTube video, it helps YouTube's dumb algorithm point more people our way, which, you know, that's helpful. I appreciate it, everybody. I will see you next time. Have a good rest of your day, and thank you for watching another Thor W cast.